The movie opens with the bustling campus of Bright Future University, a federal institution where students roam with books, dreams, and hidden darkness. Chuka Okafor, a lanky, quiet final-year economics student, stares at his overdue tuition slip and eviction notice lying on his small hostel bed. His roommate, Victor, counts bundles of cash on his side of the room, clad in designer clothes and humming to loud Afrobeats. Chuka, tired and bitter, confronts Victor. "How do you suddenly have all this money, Victor? Who did you rob?" Victor laughs. "Nobody, bro. I joined the Brotherhood of Seven Suns. Life changed." Chuka squints. "Cult? No way. I'm not selling my soul." Victor's smile fades into seriousness. "It's not about selling your soul. It's about taking what life owes you. You just need courage." That night, Chuka visits his mother's small canteen via video call. She cries, saying, "I had to borrow again to pay your sister's school fees." Desperate, Chuka walks into his bathroom, opens the tap, and silently weeps under the cold water. Days later, eviction strikes. Chuka is thrown out by the landlords. Boys like a rag doll, watched by mocking eyes. With nowhere to sleep, Chuka wanders the campus till night, sleeping on lecture hall benches. Victor finds him and tosses him a meat pie and malt. "You ready?" he asks. "If you want out of this suffering, this is your moment." Chuka nods slowly. "I'm in." The next night, Victor takes Chuka blindfolded into the forest behind the school campus. Hooded figures chant around a red symbol drawn on the ground, the sound of a gong echoing between the trees. The leader, High Flame, steps forward with a staff dripping with what appears to be blood. "Chuka Okafor, do you come of your own will?" Chuka hesitates, sweat pouring from his brow. "Yes." "Then strip," commands High Flame. Chuka removes his shirt, revealing his trembling body under the moonlight. He is cut on the palm, and his blood drips into a black bowl, which is mixed with herbs and chanted over. He drinks from it, coughing violently as his vision blurs. A girl screams in the distance, but nobody flinches. High Flame shouts, "Tonight, a brother is born." Chuka passes out, and when he awakens, he is in a furnished room with new clothes, phones, and a bag of money on his chest. Victor smiles. Beside him, "Welcome to the Brotherhood." Chuka uses the money to clear his debts, pay his rent, and send his mother something for the first time in months. His social status changes. Girls start noticing him. Lecturers call him sir. Money flows like a river. But strange things begin to happen. He starts having nightmares of burning eyes and cries of people he's never met. At the cult's meeting, High Flame warns, "This is only the beginning. The gods will soon demand their due." Chuka asks, "What exactly do you mean by due?" High Flame grins darkly. "The covenant is sealed in blood. Eventually, blood must be returned." Weeks pass, and Chuka is now among the most powerful students on campus. He throws parties, rides a new Lexus, and commands fear. Girls like Linda, a shy final-year law student and Chuka's longtime crush, now smile at him openly. He starts dating Linda, buying her expensive gifts, and treating her to luxury weekend getaways. For the first time, Chuka feels in control of his life, but he's also aware of the dark presence that follows him in his dreams. He often sees a dark, goat-like figure in his mirror and hears whispers when alone. Sometimes, blood drips from his locker without explanation. During a cult meeting, High Flame announces, 3 brothers failed to meet their spiritual obligations. They are no more. Chuka watches in horror as photos of those brothers are burned in the fire, their ashes scattered into the wind. After the meeting, Chuka corners Victor. What obligation is he talking about? Victor sighs. Each level of wealth comes with a price. When it's time, you'll know. That night, Chuka dreams of a woman screaming his name from a pit of fire. He wakes up to find blood stains on his bedsheet, though he has no injuries. Linda walks in and sees the mess, worried. "Are you okay, Chuka? You're pale." "Bad dream," he mutters, hiding the bloodied sheet. Chuka returns to the Brotherhood's underground chamber for the monthly rite. This time, High Flame gives him a live rooster. "Kill it," the leader says. "Your next door opens through death." With trembling hands, Chuka slits the rooster's throat. Its scream echoes in his head for hours. That same night, his account balance triples. He receives a text. "You have ascended. Prepare for the final rite soon." Frightened, Chuka begins to research similar cult stories online. He finds tales of madness, deaths, and souls forever tormented. He tries talking to a campus pastor, but the moment he enters the chapel, he vomits blood and faints. The pastor, Reverend Tiga, recognizes the signs and prays over him, saying, "You've entered something you must finish, or it will finish you." Chuka tries to back out. He tells Victor, "I don't want this anymore. I'm done." Victor's eyes turn cold. "You don't quit the Brotherhood, Chuka. You either complete your journey or feed the gods your own blood." The next day, Chuka finds a dead black cat nailed to his door. A note reads, "The gods are watching." During lectures, he starts hallucinating, seeing his lecturers' faces melting, blood dripping from their mouths. Linda notices his erratic behavior. "Chuka, what's going on with you? Talk to me." He pulls her into his room, locks the door, and whispers, "If I don't do something, they'll kill me. Or worse." Linda touches his hand gently. "Let's go to the police." "They're everywhere, Linda. Even the police." "I'm trapped," he mutters. That evening, he receives a message from High Flame. Final stage begins. "You must offer your dearest love at the night of the blood moon." Chuka's hands tremble as he reads it. His mind flashes to his mother, then to Linda. His heart pounds in terror. Chuka paces back and forth in his room, drenched in sweat, torn between fear and desperation. He calls his mother and hears her voice full of joy. "Chuka, I used the money you sent to fix the canteen. People now call me Madam CEO." As she laughs, he feels a stab of guilt deep in his chest. Could he really sacrifice her? Later, Linda texts, "Can we talk tonight? I made jollof rice. I'm worried about you." Chuka stares at the message, and for the first time, he breaks into uncontrollable sobs. That night, during the Brotherhood's assembly, High Flame announces, "The blood moon rises in 3 days. One must die by your hands." Chuka's heart races as the drums beat, and the 7 hooded cultists circle around a fire with human bones laid before them. Victor drags him aside afterward. "It's your turn, bro. You chose this path. Now walk it to the end." "I can't kill anyone," Chuka mutters, his voice barely audible. Victor leans closer, eyes stern. "Then you die? Or worse, your soul will be cursed forever. Choose." The next morning, Chuka packs a small bag, planning to flee town, but his car engine won't start. As he opens the bonnet, a live snake slithers out, hissing, with blood dripping from its fangs. He staggers back in horror, then sees the cult's insignia painted in goat blood on his windshield. Back in his room, he finds Linda waiting for him with tears in her eyes. "Chuka, what's going on?" "I'm scared." He breaks down and tells her everything. The cult, the rituals, the final sacrifice. Linda sits in stunned silence, then reaches out and holds his hand. "We'll find a way out." Chuka whispers, "If I don't do it, they'll kill us both." That night, he dreams of his father, long dead, standing at the foot of his bed, whispering, "Blood must speak, but whose?" The dream turns into a nightmare. He is in a burning field, chased by hooded men with machetes. He wakes up screaming, covered in cuts that weren't there before. Meanwhile, Victor becomes more aggressive, sending him photos of other cult members, celebrating past sacrifices, one of which is a mutilated young woman. Chuka tries to go to the Reverend again, but the church is mysteriously locked and boarded up, with red cloths hanging at the door. On campus, he sees 2 security men watching him strangely. When he turns back, they vanish into thin air. Linda insists they leave town immediately. They take a cab to a nearby village where her aunt lives, hoping to stay hidden. But that night, Chuka receives a message on his phone with a photo of Linda sleeping in the room beside him. "You can run, but the blood will follow." Panicked, he rushes into her room. She's unharmed, but terrified after hearing scratching noises at her window. The next morning, the village priest visits after hearing of the cult disturbance. He warns, "Blood oaths are not man's to break." Chuka begs, "Can't we reverse it? Burn the symbol? Pray." The priest shakes his head. "Only the gods who accepted the blood can undo it." But they demand exchange. As the night of the blood moon arrives, Chuka stares at a dagger given to him by Victor, torn between survival and humanity. The blood moon rises slowly over the darkened sky, bathing the world in a crimson glow that seems to make the very trees weep. In the distant forest, drums begin to beat. a sound only Chuka can hear, pulsing like a second heartbeat in his chest. He sits alone by the window, staring at the ceremonial dagger, its blade blackened from old blood. Linda walks in quietly and sits beside him. "Is this our end?" she asks. Chuka can't answer. His eyes are hollow, shoulders heavy with despair. Then suddenly, the room darkens, unnaturally. Lamps flicker. A strong wind bursts through the window, though the trees outside are still. A voice echoes in Chuka's head. The time has come. Choose, or be chosen. He grabs the dagger and screams, "Leave me alone!" But the voice laughs, shaking the walls of the room. Linda backs away in fear.